My last name is Bergland. It's spelled Bergland. My first name is Deneen. I'm here from Scott School, and I just want to read a little something that I have here. Harvey Scott School is a K-8 converted from a K-5 in 2006 to save money during a financial crisis for the district. We are one of the most diverse schools in the district. 82% of our students are kids of color. More specifically, 56% of our students are Latino, and 38% of our students are English language learners. We are also a high poverty school. 87% of our students qualify for free or reduced lunch. Our diversity is one of the things we value about our school, and parents, teachers, and kids see it as a great asset to our kids' education. 2 years ago, Scott School started a dual language Spanish immersion program, the best thing to happen to our school in years. With over 56% Latino population of students and 38% ELL, an immersion program for our school was a no-brainer. It was an answer to the achievement gap crisis for ELL and kids of color, and it made our school attractive to families both in and out of our neighborhood who wanted language immersion. People were actually choosing to lottery into our school rather than out of it, bringing their much-needed energy and support to our school. Our first 2 years, we had 4 kindergarten sections, 3 of them immersion. We've seen incredible academic growth in the first 2 years for the students in that program. We've added talented, specially trained teachers who reflect the culture of the majority of our students and who contribute to the overall diversity of our staff, making our school more welcoming to all our families of color. Unfortunately, because of the size of our building and the fact that we are a K-8, we were on a path to overcrowding, and the district closed our lottery for next year. As a result, we lost an immersion kindergarten section next year, and immersion kindergarten class sizes will swell to around 30 or more. Students registering late won't have access to immersion, including Spanish-speaking kids. Parents of immersion kids are worried that the program, at only 2 years in, is already dwindling and will wither on the vine. Teachers will have to be shuffled around from year to year to handle these differently sized cohorts, and as we know, numbers equal staff, so we'll earn fewer FTE and resources. We are at capacity but under-enrolled. We can't grow, and it's hard to maintain robust programs given the space we have and the range of grades we serve. In the meantime, our middle school struggles to hold on to the enrollment numbers it needs. We have very talented and dedicated teachers in the middle school program, and every year as our enrollment at that level dwindles, we risk losing their positions. It's difficult to cover all the bases in a small program that earns so few FTE and must spread resources across 9 grades. This year, our middle schoolers had no scheduled library time. They had no computer lab and no science lab. Their elective choices include working in the cafeteria or the school office. They have no music classes. They have no school-sponsored sports. Scott students deserve better.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Nicole Markwell, M-A-R-K-W-E-L-L. Prompted by concern for our children, a group of parents, predominantly Latino and white, started meeting and sharing stories in an attempt to be proactive. Through our discussions, we decided to create a survey to find out what factors are the most important to the Scott community. We held 3 meetings focused on getting parent involvement and 2 events during the school day, 1 for teacher input and 1 for student input. As Deneen stated, Scott is very proud of the diversity in our community, so it was very important to us that we engage the entire Scott community rather than rely on a small portion of active people who tend to be mostly white. We worked with liaisons assigned to Scott, Ulaf Hassan, who made personal phone calls to invite and engage our Somali community, as well as provide translation at meetings where there was no paid Somali interpreter, and Tony Pham, who helped with Vietnamese translation and inviting members of our Vietnamese community to participate in meetings. Additionally, some of our Latina mothers personally invited members from the Latino community and went door to door handing out flyers for the meetings. Because of our outreach and cross-cultural bridge building, the meetings were very diverse. Our second meeting was made up of all Latino and Somali families. Over 30 families participated in that event. For the parent meetings, we had a presentation informing families about what Scott has in terms of electives and compared that with other schools, both middle schools like Beaumont and other K-8 schools. Dr. Gutierrez also talked about why we're having this discussion, boundary review, and Scott classrooms filling up and running out of space, then what she sees as the options moving forward. Following the presentation, parents were asked to take part in the survey. There were 18 large sheets of paper, each with a statement in both English and Spanish. Parents were given 20 stickers and asked to distribute their stickers among the statements. Statements they agreed with more were given more stickers. Those statements that parents didn't agree with got no stickers. Parents were asked to use all of their stickers. In our efforts to reach out to all of our communities, we held meetings not just at the school, but also the Hacienda apartments where many of our families live. We held meetings in English with Spanish, Somali, and Vietnamese translation. We also had our second meeting conducted in Spanish with English translation. Over 110 parents participated in these surveys, as well as about 30 staff and over 100 middle school students. By a wide margin, the top two most important factors for parents and teachers are, I want Scott to have a robust Spanish immersion program, and I want my child to attend a safe school. Those who support Scott remaining a K-8, particularly our families of color, cited transportation convenience and the ability for older children to help with younger children. Those who support transitioning to a K-5 program focused on access to advanced courses, art, music, and other electives in that order. The middle school students indicated that their top priority was for field trips, with after-school sports team coming in second. After that, the votes were for more electives, especially art. I have included all the results for all the questions in my handout, which will be available online along with the raw data. Scott students deserve better. I may